Shalom, Shalom, Israel. Giving our praise to the Most High. Giving our praise to Yahweh, and to the 12 tribes of the house of Israel, and to the house of Aaron, to the house of Levi. That makes up the 12 tribes, you know. And yeah, some of it, we all over the place.
What?
Stay off the weed. Stay off the damn weed. And they don't listen. Stupid. Sit there and stay on the weed. What's next? I don't know. Codeine, weed, alcohol. What's next?
Israel, Shalom, Shalom. This brother Amaziah. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh. Ba'ashima Mashiach, woman like Yahweh Shad. Right? And I want to give a mighty shalom to all the brothers, the sisters, and children in this truth, right? Sincerely serving the Lord in these last days by keeping his law, statutes, and commandments, right? They abstaining from this world, right? They watching the prophecies that's coming in this world, right? And they doing everything they calling their election sure, right? They praying, they reading, they fasting, they studying, right? They exhorting their brothers and their sisters, right? They're doing everything they can, right, to stay 10 toes down in this truth, right, and to get the deliverance from our Lord, right? So as you see in this title, man, right, we're going to deal with something that a lot of brothers and sisters is a stronghold, man, right? Because in this world, right, you got a lot of things, right, that's going to tempt you, right? Because it's always, it seems normal to the people in this world because it's always been around, right? And what's that thing? We're talking about weed, man, right? We got to stay off the weed in these last days, right? You got to stay off the things that's not going to have you spiritually minded, man, right? Because it's ways that, let me get this precept, man. Because Jake, he always want to say, hey, it came from the earth, right? Hey, it's good for me. It make me feel good, right? It makes me, what they say, smarter, right? They talking about all this madness. They call it damn blunt talk, man, right? But let's get this first precept, man. We're going to dive into it. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 14 and verse number 12. It says, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, right? So a weed, it might seem right unto a man, right? Because he get a blunt, he roll it up, he's smoking it, right? And it feel good, right? He making him feel good. Now he can get into his zone, right? He brothers like to make music off of smoking weed, right? And they seeing all these other people in the world do these things, man, right? And it's enticing them, right? It's making them lust after those things, man, right? Because it's just something that makes you feel good in the flesh, right? It makes you, they say it makes you relaxed, right? And those things might seem right unto a man because they say it come from the earth, right? Because the Lord made the weed, right? It's right for me to do. But what? It says, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death, right? The end thereof, you smoking weed, it's gonna lead to death, right? Because the Most High never told you to smoke weed, right? And though you might not find it in the scriptures where it says, thou shalt not smoke weed, and you can't find thou shalt not smoke crack, right? Is you gonna go and smoke crack? It doesn't say you can't pop Xans, right, and X pills, right? Are you gonna go and do those things because you can't? Say you can't smoke heroin, right? But are you gonna go and do those things because the Lord said it's not in the Bible? Now you got to use discernment in this thing, right? And get the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding by keeping the laws of the Most High. Do you understand that the Lord doesn't want you to smoke weed, right? Because it's gonna lead to your death, right? Because how could it lead to your death? Just by you smoking weed on a carnal level, right? You trying to buy some damn weed, you might get robbed and get shot, man. Right? Man, people out here grimy like that, man. You trying to buy Salakia, man. This carnal, but you trying to buy a damn zip, right? From the plug. Hey, you might get robbed and shot just for your money, man. Right? It's gonna lead to your death, man. Right? You don't know what the Lord has a judgment out for you for in what way, right? So let's get the law on these herbs that people say come from the earth that they can smoke. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse number 29, right? Because the Lord, he never said that you can take some weed, roll it up in a blunt and smoke it, man, so you can get high. The Lord never written these things for you to do, right? That's why the first precept I brought out, it seems right unto a man to do, right? This Genesis 1:29. And the Most High said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed. He said, I gave you every herb bearing seed, right? So first off, this weed that they got now, it don't even got seeds in it, man, right? Jake said, if it's not good if it got seeds in it, right? Oh, yours got seeds in it? Oh, mine way better. I ain't got seeds in mine, right? Not even knowing that they making these damn weeds in the labs, man. It's not naturally grown, right? He said he giving you every herb bearing seed, right? So first off, Jake already going off, man, right? It doesn't even have seeds in it, right? And but let's see what the Lord said it's for. I'm reading from the top. And the Most High said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat, right? So he didn't say, let me read that again. It said, Slaki. It said, to you it shall be for meat. He didn't say it's for you to roll it up and get high, right? So that you can feel good, right? So that you can go over your lady house and do wickedness, man, right? He didn't say it's for smoking weed. I mean, smoking. He said it's for meat. And what's meat? Meat is for food. It's for a meal, right? He never intended it to be for you to get high and feel good, right? It's a herb, right, from the earth, right? So let's get more into this thing, right? Because Jake, he say, I smoke weed because it lets off my stress, right? I've been going through a long day. Hey, people at my job, they can't wait to get off so they can roll up a blunt. And they do it on break, right? Jeopardizing their damn job to smoke weed and feel good, right? Hey, that's not what the Lord made the weed for. It's not gonna restore you, right? That's what I'm gonna bring out in this next precept. But hey, Jake always thinking, hey, this weed is gonna help him, right? When your problems is still gonna be there after you sober up, man. Your problem's still gonna be there because Jake wanna try to escape. He wanna escape reality. That's why he gets high. He drinks, right? And think it's gonna be all, it's just gonna solve itself. No, man, you gotta be a man, gird up your loins, and take on whatever hell the Lord sending your way, man, right? Don't try to smoke it and escape it away. Talking about some I deal with it when I deal with it, right? And just smoke the blunt and just get high out your mind. No, man, the Lord not dealing with that. All right, let me get this precept, the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, and verse number, Salakia. In verse number 12, it says, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16, and verse 12. For it was neither herb, right, nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things. So it's not the herb that's going to restore you unto health, man, right? You might be dealing with some type of disease. You might be hurt, right? That's not going to restore you unto health, right? But Jake always think these things, this weed is going to help him, right? But what it said, the words of the Lord is going to restore you, because this is the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. His word is the true medicine, man, right? And that's what you're supposed to run to when you down, man, right? Not running the weed and hoping that the weed is going to help solve your problem, right? Hey, Jake got to smoke damn 5-6 blunts, man, right? Just to get on his damn level, right? Because his tolerance is high, because every time he smoked the weed, it doesn't solve the problem, right? That's why he has to keep rolling up, rolling up, rolling up, rolling up, right? And his problems is still there, right? Until you fall all the way down to your damn death, man, right? Because it's not gonna help you, right? So the words of the Lord, that's the true medicine, right? Not the damn weed, right? Which was never created for you to roll up and smoke, man, right? Because the Lord said be sober. Let me get that real quick. The Lord didn't say be high, right, all the time. And Jay get enticed by these damn rappers And these damn celebrities, Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa, right? Just making money, y'all. Just smoking, just talking about smoking weed. They see the damn videos where they just smoking weed, getting high with all the women, with the money, right? They feeling good, right? Hey, no, man, that's not what the Lord wanted you to do, right? And who's setting these people up, right, to push these people in your face? Hey, the so-called white man, right? This is what he wants our people to do. He wants us to talk about killing each other, smoking weed, whoring on our women, right? Doing all these damn wicked acts, man, right? And you see them have all the money. That's why they give him all damn millions of dollars, right? So he can entice you, right? So he can entice the young children, right, that look just like you, right? So you can be doing the same thing, right? So they can destroy us without even killing us, right? So let me get this real quick. Book of First Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. It's a classic. And it says, book of First Peter chapter 5 and verse 8, it says be sober. It doesn't say be high, right? It doesn't say feel good after you smoke a backwood, right? It says be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, right? So that's why the Lord said be sober. Hey, this could be on the physical level and the spiritual level. How can it be physical, right? Because you out high, you driving, you high out your damn mind, right? You don't know what the hell going on, right? You feeling good. You probably riding smoking at the same time. They call it a hot box, right? You riding smoking, and the police pull you over, right? And just smoke just go all in their face, all right? Hey, you don't know what the Lord might put on that damn Edomite. He might shoot you, or you might get locked up over some weed, right? Hey, that's why he said be sober, because when you hide your mind, you're not going to be aware and be able to have discernment on what's going on around you, right? Your mind is just slowed down off the damn weed, man. And on a spiritual level, right, you not being sober, right, you high off this world, you drunk off the philosophies, right? Hey, the spiritual demon Satan, he's going to be able to come upon you, and you're not going to be able to have the discernment to understand, okay, this is temptation. Okay, you got to think upon the precepts, right? You're going to be drunk and high off the world that you're going to fall into those things and ultimately sin, which is ultimately going to lead to your death, right? So, hey, you got to be sober in this thing in these last days. Don't be high, right, off the weed and off this damn world, man, right? Because it's not going to lead you nowhere, right? And Satan's going to get the advantage, and he's going to lead you into sin, right? And the Lord's going to have to destroy you, because the Lord is the one that ultimately sent Satan towards you, man, right? That's why I'm making this video, man. Stay off the weed, man. Stay off the weed, right? Let me get another precept, because the Lord's going to destroy those that's smoking weed, right? And you got to use discernment in the scriptures, because, like I said earlier, they might say, it doesn't say you can't smoke weed, right? But that's what the Lord is saying, man, right? Check this out. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16. It says, know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. For the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are, right? So, hey, the spirit of the Most High, he dwells in you, man, right? And you don't want to defile that temple by putting damn weed smoke in it, man, right? And ultimately, when you smoke and you cough, because that smoke's not supposed to be in your damn lungs, man, right? It's rejecting it, right? And down your damn lungs is black, right? It's like this. That's how your lungs look, because you smoking all that weed, right? And the Lord's ultimately going to destroy you because you defiling the temple, right? You think the priest was in there damn smoking weed and blunts in the temple when they was doing the work, doing sacrifices, right? No, they had the incense, man. That was the only smoke that was in there, right? Because the Lord ordained for that, Salaki, not ordained, made that a law that you had an incense, man, when you go into the temple, right? Not weed smoke, not blowing, come on, some, and fill the temple up with weed smoke. That's off, right? So the Lord said, know ye not that you are the temple of God, right? And the Spirit of God dwelleth in you, right? Don't defile your temple with all this weed smoke. You should be clean, All right? Let me get another precept. Because, hey, we all dealt with this smoking weed. I dealt with it myself, man, right? But it was certain things in the spirit of the Most High that made me realize, hey, I can't be doing these things, right? And somebody told me, well, maybe it was a video I watched. They said, we kings, man. Do kings smoke weed, right? He sit up there smoking blunts when he got to damn rule a whole kingdom. No, man, that's not what a king does. And the Lord said he made us. Let me get this real quick. He made us a nation of kings and priests. Let me get that. The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 6. It says, and have made us kings and priests unto the Most High and his Father. To him be the glory and dominion forever and ever. Right? So the Lord made us kings and priests. Right? It's not a duty for a king to smoke weed. Right? He has to rule a whole kingdom, right? He has to make decisions for all the people, man, right? And if he's smoking weed, his judgment's gonna be off, right? Now he's going to. Let me get that. Let me get this precept. Salaki it goes right into this, because the Lord spoke on this in the book of Luke, chapter 14, and verse number 31. It says, or what king going to war against another king sitteth not down first and consulted whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000, right? So that's what a king has to do. He has to make wise decisions, right? Especially going into war. It says he had 10,000 men going up against 20,000 men, right? Hey, what decision should he make, right? And a man that's high out of his damn mind, right? He's going to make the wrong decision, right? And ultimately get all his men killed and probably get his city sieged, right? Now you destroyed all your people based off your decision because you was high, right? Because your mind is not right when you high off your damn mind, right? So, right, you got to be sober in this thing, right, so that you can make the right decisions, right? That you cannot fall into your damn sins, right? Not fall into your damn lust. Because that's all weed does, right? Is make you feel good, right? It's just you just falling into your lust, man, right? Let me get this other precept. You fulfilling the lust. And I'm going to get into that too, because we know that the spirit, it wars against the flesh, right? Because they contrary one to another. Like I say in the book of Galatians. I'm going to get that precept too. Let me bring this out first, right? Because this is another thing that helped me stop smoking weed, right? It was another good point that was made. I'm not sure where I heard it at, right? But it was a brother that said, you really think you're going to be with the Lord smoking weed, passing the Lord a blunt, talking about match, right? Talking about, I got this much, yeah, you bring this much, and we can both fire up, right? Hey, I got the weed, you got the Rellos, right? Talking about going to the corner store to get some Rellos in the kingdom. That's off, man. Going to the plug, talking about I got 20, you got 20, let's get something with the Lord. That's off, man. That's off. Let me get this. The book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 17. Then we which are alive and shall remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, right? Hey, you meeting the Lord in the air. Is you gonna be meeting the Lord with a damn 3.5 backwood? Talking about hit this. You ain't had this before. This that gas. This that pressure. Right? What they say, this that za. That zaza. No, man, you're not gonna be doing that with the Lord in the air. Right? It says, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. And we're gonna ever be with the Lord. Right? And that's time being with the Lord, you're not gonna be smoking weed. You're not gonna be passing him the blunt. Talking about how you feel. How you feel, right? That's that pressure, ain't it? Yeah. And got munchies and got to go to the damn drive-thru, right? Because you high out your mind. No, that's not happening in the kingdom, man. Right? Salakia. That's not happening in the kingdom, man. Right? You're not gonna have no munchies, right? And have to go get some food. Right? And we gonna get high off the words of the Lord, man. Right? Hey, the words of the Lord is what's gonna heal us, right? Let me get a couple more and I'm gonna close out. Because all that is, man, is just temptation, right? You just want to feel good, right? You know you don't want to smoke. Sometimes brothers, they know they don't want to keep doing that, man. A lot of people say they want to stop, right? I be trying to talk to brothers at my job. They be saying they want to stop. I'm gonna stop smoking weed, right? When you tell them that you don't smoke, they be like, damn, you don't smoke? I'm like, damn, I need to stop myself, right? And they know they don't want to do that thing, right? Cause you're spending all your money, right? You're supposed to pay rent, right? But you're spending your last on some damn weed, right? And that's off, man, right? Right, but most people want to stop, right? But they fall into temptation, right? They might go around a brother, he might have some weed, they smelling it in the air, right? You driving past, you might smell it, right? Hey, you getting tempted, man, right? But you can't get tempted. When you get tempted, hey, you gotta flee, man. Let me get an example of that. It's the book of Genesis. Because let's see what Joseph did when he was tempted, right? He wasn't tempted with weed, right? But it was a temptation situation, man, right? And let's see what he did. Did he fall into it and say, I want to stop, but okay, this is going to be my last time? A lot of people in the world say this, right? I heard brothers say this when I was in the world. Hey, this is going to be my last one, man. I'm done after this. 2 days later, they still smoking weed, man, right? Somebody, yeah, I said I was going to stop, but you know. And that's off, man. Let's see what Joseph did. The book of Genesis chapter 39 and verse 7. It says, and it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, right? And she's casting his eyes upon Joseph. And you might smell that weed in the air, right? You might see that brother smoking the blunt, right? And you get the eye, it's on you, man, right? You getting tempted. It says, and she said, lie with me. Hey, brother, just hit it. One time. Just hit it one time, brother. That's off, man. Like you getting tempted, man. And let's see what Joseph did when he was getting tempted. But he refused. Let me read that again. But he refused. No, I'm good, man. I'm good. And said unto his master's wife, behold, my master wotteth not what is with me in the house, and he had committed all that he had to my hand. There is none greater in this house than I. Neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against the Most High? And when you high, you're not gonna have that mind state, right? To think, hey, what this temptation is gonna lead me to sin against the Most High, right? That's why the Lord said you got to be sober, man, right? So that you can have the sermon about these things. And it says, I'll read on, verse 10. And it came to pass as she spake to Joseph day by day, right? You might smell that weed day by day. Hey, that brother might hit you up day by day. Hey, you trying to smoke, right? Hey, I fire up, right? You ain't got to match. Hey, I'm going to fire up. I could pull up on you too, right? It says, and it came to pass as she spake to Joseph day by day, that he hearkened not unto her to lie by her or to be with her, right? And you got to separate yourself, man, right? You can't be by those people that's smoking weed, right? You smell weed, hey, get the hell up out of there, man, right? Let me read on. And it came to pass about this time that Joseph went into the house to do his business, and there was none of the men of the house there within, right? And it might not be nobody around when you get tempted, man, right? It might be a blunt laying on the table, right when you get home, rolled up, and a lighter right next to it, right? Hey, you getting tempted, man, right? Right there. All you got to do is hold it up and flick the lighter, right? I don't got no lighter. All you got to do is hold it up and flick the lighter, right? Check this out. Let's see what Joseph did. It says, and there was none of the men of the house there within. And she caught him by his garment, saying, lie with me. And he left his garment in her hand and fled and got him out, right? So you gotta flee from lust, man, right? You gotta flee from these things, man, right? Because it's gonna lead you into sin. So Joseph, he fled when he was when his master's wife was trying to sleep with him, right? So when this weed, you getting tempted by this weed, you know you're around people that smoke weed, and you gotta flee, right? You can't be around them people no more. You can't speak with those people no more, right? Because you know you're gonna get tempted and you're gonna fall into that to that lust, man, right? So I'm gonna get a couple more and I'm gonna close out. Lock it. Let me get this real quick. Right? This is the book of John, chapter 6 and verse 63, a classic. It says, "It is the spirit that quickeneth." Quickeneth mean giveth life. So it's the spirit that's gonna give you life, right? It's not the weed, right, that's gonna give you life, right, that's gonna make you live longer, right, like some people say, right? It says the flesh profited nothing, right? Hey, that flesh, you fulfilling the lust of your flesh, right? Trying to get high, trying to feel good. It doesn't profit you anything, right? That's why you have to keep smoking over and over and over and over and over again, right? Because your lust is not fulfilled, man, right? You want to keep feeling that feeling, which only lasts for what, like a damn 45 minutes to an hour, right? And you want to keep feeling that thing. So that thing don't profit you nothing, right? It says the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life, right? So the words that the Most High speak, that's what's going to give you life, man, right? That's what's going to heal you, right? That's what's going to restore you onto your health, man, right? Not the herbs, right? Not the weed, right? Not the damn weed brownies, right? 'Cause I ain't even bring that up, right? Jake said, I'm going to just put it in a brownie, right? No, man, you can't do it to get high, man, right? The Lord never set that on the earth for you to get high, man, and feel good, right? It was supposed to be, even if you got medical problems, right? You don't supposed to abuse those things, man, right? Don't do it to get high, right? Do it for a healing, right? So I'm gonna read that one more time. John chapter 6 verse 63. It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life, right? So these words that the Lord has given us, right, they're spirit and they are life, right? This is going to get you to everlasting life, not weed, right? And these words is going to get you to meet the Lord and not to smoke with him, right? And to live forever and ever and ever, right? So I'm going to get one more and I'm going to close out. So like it. Like it. Damn Bible all messed up. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 16. And it reads, it says, "This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh." So if you walk in the spirit, meaning you walking in these laws, statutes, and commandments, you're not going to fulfill the lust of the flesh because you got the words of the Lord. You're not going to need to feel that feeling of smoking weed, right? Because the words of the Lord is going to fill you up, right? With wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, not with weed smoke, right? It says, "For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary one to another, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would." Right? So these things, it's an everlasting war against the spirit and the flesh, right? Until the Lord come, till we get those new spiritual bodies, right? But not right now, in the condition that we in, right? It's a continual battle, right? Against the spirit and the flesh, right? So you gotta weaken your flesh, right? By making your spirit stronger, right? By denying those ungodly things, by denying the temptation, right? And fleeing like Joseph did, right? Not falling into it, right? Let me read on. "But if you be led of the spirit, you are not under the..." Well, that was it on that, right? So the whole point is, hey, put down the weed, right? Hey, get into your word, which is your medicine, right? Which will restore you, right? And you won't have to rely on the weed, right? And forsake those people that you know smoking weed, right? And get into your word, man, right? So with that, Lord willing, brothers and sisters, was edified, man. Right? Lord willing, y'all abstain from the lust, right? You abstain from the smoking weed, right? You abstain from this damn world, which is wicked, right? It's contrary to the words of the Lord, right? The Lord willing brothers was edified. I'm going to give a Kwame Asharala, right? Shabbat Shalom. Shalom.